What's up, everybody? Cowhand45 back here again with another episode of American Truck Simulators. Now, as you can tell, I am parked on the side of the road here, and you might be asking, why am I? I'll tell you. So, I did an intro and started a video earlier for this load, and got to about here, and my game crashed on me. So, I had to go back through it and figure some things out, and hopefully I've got it fixed. So, this is where it's starting out now. We are just outside San Rafael, heading to Elko, taking milk. I believe in the last video I took milk as well, but for the options that I had, it was a trip that wasn't too long and not too short. So I was kind of in the mid-range as far as distance goes. We're about 386 miles out now, and we're supposed to be there by 10:51 p.m. It is now almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, with that being said, sorry if I don't sound just totally giddy. It's just I've been dealing with this, and I'm hoping I've got it fixed. So, of course, the rain has decided to fall. When I started this video, the sun was shining. It looked good. It crashed, and when I re-uploaded it, or actually reopened the profile, it was raining cats and dogs. So, ooh, and the thunder. I kind of like that. So, alright, well, let's get this thing down. For those that have seen some of the videos, not all the videos, that haven't seen the new Pete, it's actually the old Pete just redone. I took the drop axle off of it, put some different headlights on it, different rims, of course, front fenders. Kind of took it from a work truck to like a show truck, and I really like it. In fact, I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he was talking about we were talking about if we had money, what would we do? And of course, a lot of us were talking about, what we should do, we invest or whatever. But then we decided to take the conversation to, well, if you could spend your money on anything, or if you could indulge yourself, what is something that you've wanted that you would purchase that would, take a considerable bit of money? A lot of people say sports cars or fancy houses or, those kind of things. And I was like, I think I would make the truck in my game a reality. They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, serious. I think I would take my Pink Pete and I would have one. I would purchase a truck and I would customize it to resemble the Pete in the video game. And they're like, you really like it so much? I was like, I do. I really do. I really like this truck. And I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to see one in the game and then see one in the backyard. I don't know. Who knows? One day it may happen. I'm not going to, put a lot into it, but you never know. So, all right, let's get this thing going. Hopefully we can get out of here. Might help if I took my... Oh, now it's going to be rolling. Let's throw it down another gear. There we go. Oh, I actually hit the wrong button. There we go. Actually, I hit my splitter. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Yesterday we had a little power outage here at the casa, and kind of a funny story I figured I might share with you guys. So I was cooking dinner, and I have an electric range, and I got everything... Get gear! And I had everything in the frying pans, cooking away, doing well, and the electricity goes out. And why won't you find a gear? And the lights went out. And majority of the time, lights going out, it's not, anything big around here. They're out, lightning. And we actually had a lightning storm going through. So I figured, lightning hit a pole or something like that and whatever. But usually they're not out very long, typically. So I wasn't too worried about it. And so I waited. I waited about 30 minutes and the electricity still hadn't come back on. And I was like, well, I got to finish finish this dinner up, and I was like, well, what can I do? I have fireplaces, and I had fire going in one. I thought, well, maybe I could just throw the pan into the fireplace and cook the rest of it. And then I thought, nah, it's going to get a little too out of hand. And I was like, well, the only other option I have is our barbecue grill. And it's also propane, but of course it runs off its own supply of propane. So I don't even know why I said that. It had no absolute... Anyway, so I went out there, turned the gas on, flicked it on, everything was working, raining cats and dogs, and I grabbed the pans off the kitchen stove, take them out to the grill and throw them on there, and I cooked the remaining dinner. And it's not that big of a deal, but I think the funniest part about it is I get everything done, and just as I'm pulling everything off of the grill, the lights come back on. Why won't... I don't like when they changed it where the in the game they changed it to where when you hit the gas pedal it'd take it off of the cruise control off, and it doesn't do that anymore. You actually have to hit the clutch. I don't care for that. Man, this is a heck of a climb. So yeah, as soon as I got everything done, the lights come back on, and if I would have waited 15 minutes, I could have done it on the stove. And so I'm soaking wet, aggravated. It just wasn't a good day. Let's see, 300 miles left to go. Still raining cats and dogs. We're going to be getting a Truckee here, so we're close to the Nevada border. I've actually been through Truckee a number of times in real life. When we lived in California and we were moving up here to Idaho, it was one of the places we went through, going back and forth. A little break in the storm. Nice. I haven't been there in years. I can't remember what it was like. Most of the time we were going through there, it was either like early in the morning or nighttime, so we never really stopped there. So I know I've been through it, but I can't say I can remember it. 80 mile an hour. I'm not gonna go too fast on these mountain roads here. This thing almost acts like as if it's climbing a hill. Why is that car going so slow? Now it's going to speed up. While this truck is going slow. Drop a gear, get around him. I'm doing good on fuel, so I don't have to stop. So I'm kind of having a hard time realizing that the end of this month is already coming up. I mean, it feels like this summer and this fall is going by really quick. And I don't know, it's weird because it always seems like the first of the year always starts out slow for me, and then it ends in a flash. And I don't know if anybody else has that same feeling or if it happens to them as well. It seems like for me the years are never consistent. They either one part of the time they drag, and the other times they just fly by. And this month has been one of those fly-by months for me. I mean, I thought I really, if I hadn't been paying attention, I really would have thought it was like a second weekend. And it's next week is freaking Halloween. That was just baffling. The bad thing about where I'm at, as far as I live in Idaho. Most of my family's in California. Is I really don't do anything for the holiday season. So the holiday seasons for me, oh God, they always do that. I hate that. They go from 80 mile an hour down to 30 mile an hour, and the AIs can do it, but I can't. So I end up getting in a tight spot like I just did. What are you doing? Oh, I thought that cop was going to pull out in front of me. But yeah, I don't usually do anything for the holiday seasons. And my birthday's in December. So that's usually the only thing I really celebrate during the holiday season is my birthday. I mean, I don't do anything for Christmas. Uh, me and a good friend of mine kind of have a tradition for um, Christmas Eve that we've been doing for like the last 7 years that we kind of try to keep going. But other than that, I mean, I don't do anything for Thanksgiving. I don't. I mean, the only family I have in this whole state is my father. And so we don't. I mean, we'll exchange a gift, but we don't put up Christmas trees. We don't put up Christmas lights. We don't put out really any decorations. And it's been like that since as long as I can remember. So I don't get really hyped up. I mean, I do love the Christmas season. It is my favorite season. But I just don't do anything for it. It's kind of funny that my dad's the only family I have in the state, and I end up spending more of my holiday um, occasions, doing things in the holidays with friends, which a lot of my friends have actually turned into more of my family. And it's not a bad thing. It's not like me and my dad don't have a good relationship or anything like that. It's nothing like that at all. It's just that it's just the way it is. Um, every year it seems like we're asking each other, "Do you want to do anything for the holidays, or should we do anything this year for the holidays?" And majority of the time we just come to the no. I don't think we should. I mean, I don't think we for the only two people, you know, making a big deal out of it. It's just not. It's not feasible. It's not rational for us. We celebrate our own way, but we don't do it, I guess, the traditional way. If that's kind of how I see it. It's not the traditional Christmas. When I was a kid, man, Christmas was all out. I mean, we used to be able to get a fresh Christmas tree. Me and my dad go cut it, and me and my mom would decorate it, and it was a big to do. And then we'd go to my grandma and grandpa's for Christmas dinner, and I'd get to play with all my cousins and stuff. And that was a long time ago. And they've moved away. My cousins moved away. They got kids of their own. They started their own traditions. My grandma and grandpa have passed away. And things change. It's just the way they are. Why? Okay, I haven't been doing anything. Why are you saying I'm late? I got 144 miles to go, and you're saying that I'm supposed to be rushed? Okay. But anyway, yeah. So, where was I? Oh yeah, the holidays and stuff. So yeah, holidays to me, I love them, but I just don't. I don't spend them like most people would. I don't think. It was kind of funny. I was thinking about it the other day because my friends are talking about taking their kids trick or treating, and around here they have a lot of like programs where like there's an RV company kind of an RV and trailer company up here that rent out part of a big shopping center parking lot for Halloween, and it's a way for them to promote their business and get the the residents out and about to see their product. And so they bring out these trailers and they set them up, and then they have these kind of like these queue lines, and they give out candy to the kids. And I can't remember. It's like I think it's Bish's RV is the name of the company or something like that, and they call it like Trick or Treat on Bish's Street or something like that. And so they do really well. And it's kind of a, I guess, a safe atmosphere. And last year it took like almost 2 hours to go from the beginning to the end through that thing. There were so many people there, but there's a lot of different places that do that kind of thing where they try to create like the safety like zones for trick-or-treating. And I mean, I don't know, around here I didn't think it was really that big of a deal. I mean, really, we don't, as far as I know, we don't have a whole lot as far as the realms of like stories being told about bad things happening on the Halloween seasons. I don't know, but there's a lot of people that set up these type of like trick or treat like centers where you go to this place and you trick or treat in the parking lot, or they'll have cars set up and you go from car to car and kids can trick or treat from car to car. And the first time I saw it, I didn't understand why, and then it was just because people wanted a place to take their kids. It was kind of like a one-stop shop. And I was like, well, that's kind of cutting corners as far as I was concerned. I mean, when I was a kid, trick-or-treating, my dad, I mean, I come from a very small town of less than 100 people, but we could go to the next town, which was no bigger by any means, but we had to expand out because not everybody in my town did trick-or-treating. So for me to even get in a sizable amount of candy, we'd go out for like 2 hours, but we'd only go like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many miles. Not that many miles. And there was no such thing as like what you consider neighborhoods, like subdivisions or anything like that. Everybody was spread out, where you had to drive down long driveways. And my dad did it every year. He would take me. My mom usually made my costume. My dad took me trick or treating, but it usually just wasn't me. My dad a lot of times would take other kids too because their parents couldn't take them. So it was like us and like two other kids would be going trick or treating. Ugh. Looks like we're about to get to our destination. Ugh. I don't remember coming in from this direction. I was like, it's not familiar. I've been here before, it's just not familiar to me. Where are they gonna have me put it? Okay. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh. I couldn't see the trailer. That was weird. Is that... Okay. Can't hardly see. I'm way out, looks like. It's hard to see the green lines in the mirrors. I can see the white flashing. That's about it. Totally missed it. Long way out. I just can't see the green lines. I wish they would change the color of the lines to something else. Something that stuck out more. Or make them brighter or something. Just in the mirrors. I mean, when you're outside you can see them, but in the mirrors it's hard for me to see them. Good Lord, what is going on? What is up with this? I think I'm just having a bad day in general. I'm going to be too far over. Just get it delivered. Good enough for me. Oh boy. Yeah, really? I was late? I don't really think... Well, maybe because of the setback with the crash of the game and everything. 27 minutes late? Well, that's not 27 minutes in actual time. That's in-game time. That's not much. It's like 30 seconds or something like that. Well, shucks. Wasn't as much as I thought was taken off of it. Oh well. It happens. Check something out here. Ooh. Alright. I think I'll go over here and... I thought about taking a picture of my truck in front of the Walmart sign, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm probably just going to go ahead and end it here. Oh, maybe I will still. But, alright guys, I do appreciate you guys watching it and viewing and subscribing. And if you did like this video, hit that like button. I can't believe the end of October is here, and we're going to be starting November. All my buddies are going to ask me if I'm going to participate in the No Shave November. Probably. It's not a hard thing for me to not shave. I usually have a beard, so for me it's just another day. I don't shave often anyway. So I'll probably do that. Maybe I'll see if I can get my buddies to go into a bet to see if who can grow the most or the longest in a month. So we'll see. For those that have facial hair, we'll have to go from what they have and how much growth they can take in the beginning of the month to the end of the month, and whoever grows the longest or the most length, maybe we'll see what we can do there. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to be putting out another video, hopefully another one before the end of the month, and seeing if I should keep this Pink Pete after the month. You know, if you don't know, I made the Pink Pete for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October, and in fact, my favorite color is pink, so believe it or not. So I don't know if I should keep it or change it to a different color. I thought maybe trying to get people involved, all you viewers out there, all of them, to suggest a color, and I'm more than happy to, take the most popular color and change it and keep it for, no set amount of time, just whatever, and then we'll do another one and the next color will come up, and we'll just keep it going. But until then, guys, this is Cowhead45 saying thank you, and later, guys.